So Jacob, in one of our last videos, we talked about kind of introducing a side quest conversation or type of thing into your real game.
Yeah.
And we talked about it very specifically from the perspective that every side quest is really kind of moving your game forward. Well, I'm assuming there's another type of options. What would that be?
Yeah, you could have side quests like easiest way to do that would be like how The Witcher 3 had the local bounty board where you just walk into that town and there was help quests that you could grab. And
these wouldn't necessarily further the storyline, but could give a cool item or more money or more experience.
It very well could be this thing of instead of I really need my players to be 1 or 2 levels higher.
Right.
But I don't want to necessarily fast forward them to that.
Yes.
I can just have them run a handful of side quests, get the money that they need to buy more equipment, get them more comfortable with their character, level them up during that, and then we can go. It could also be this thing of if you are not wanting them to keep progressing, you could give them a few side quests to help slow how fast they're going through your content.
It could also be if you're running like a Premade or something and you're realizing like, you know, I was hoping that this book would last me 6 months and they're not grabbing some of the book side quests that they could be following.
Yeah.
You could kind of then throw them into just a random side quest that doesn't really further the story, but could you maybe use some of the elements from the book that you that they skipped? You know, I remember when we were going through...
wasn't it Ruins of Castle Greyhawk that had a lot of quests to do in the town?
Return to Castle Greyhawk? Yeah, there's a lot of quests.
You and that our group never did?
No, you guys just wanted to just plow through that dungeon.
Yeah.
So you could do a thing where it's like on your way to the dungeon, before they can get out of the town, something happens, you know, because you went back to restock. And then you can kind of, I'm not going to say force them, but give them the option to then pursuing a side quest that they could have skipped.
Yeah.
You know, and even if they're higher level, you could just up the level really quick so that they have the ability to go do it.
I mean,
you know,
you can even do kind of like a Witcher concept where some of the side quests that you did on the side could actually help or hurt you later on in the story.
Yeah.
Because now you took the time to go help.
Yeah.
Now they'll be more willing to not necessarily help you fight, but hey, I'm going to slash my prices a little bit because you helped save my daughter.
And you even could do a thing where they do end up like showing up at a pivotal moment, and not like that they're like they show up in a pivotal moment for a fight, but they could show up in a pivotal moment for information.
Yep.
If your characters get stuck, so it could be this nice. I never thought about including the bard that they helped way back when, but they're really stuck for information. They're not getting where they need to go. I'm not really happy with the fact that they're kind of going down this path that's not going to lead them where we need to get going. So maybe what I do is I just have that bard that they helped, you know, 6 months ago in real time.
Show up in town and they have a conversation with him, and the bard, throughout his travels, heard information that's useful.
You don't want to go down that way. That way doesn't really lead to where you're supposed to be going. You really need to go to the Valley Pass instead, because I've been hearing that the orcs are amassing a group there, or so whatever you're doing, you know, obviously. So anyway, I think really the idea here is that your side quests don't necessarily even have to tie into the main quest. They could just be filler to either kill a knight, go back and visit some areas that you wish they would have visited before, but they just kind of skipped or steamrolled over. So you can bring that back. Or to level them up because you don't feel like taking the level that you have your next conflict at and dumbing it down to challenge ratings or whatever. So a lot of good ideas here. We'll see you next time.